Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Don Nelson. A suspected killer makes his first court appearance on a murder that happened in Boise way back in 1994. Lee Robert Miller appeared before a judge in Ada County this afternoon. Miller is charged with second-degree murder in connection with the death of Boise resident Cheryl Barrett, who was found dead in her North End apartment. Miller was arrested last January after investigators found DNA evidence that connected him to the crime. He had pleaded guilty in Washington State for killing a woman there in '92. Miller is being held in the Ada County Jail on $2 million bond. His preliminary hearing is set for May 9th. Tonight we begin an expansion of our Finding Hope series in an effort to empower even more Idahoans hoping for a better life. For the past year, we've made it a top priority to shine a bright light on the opioid epidemic in Idaho. But one topic kept coming up in our reporting, from addicts to experts: a lack of mental health resources available for those battling with addiction, depression, anxiety, or PTSD.
It's important that people learn to ask for help and get help, because it's no different really than a physical wound.
At least 20% of people right now are dealing with some kind of mental health distress, and we want to help be part of a solution. Tonight at 10, we'll explain more about our mission to break down the stigma surrounding mental illness. A warning for folks tempted to get out along the river. Water is running cold, high, and fast, so be careful. This week, water managers are increasing flows from Lucky Peak to help manage the runoff into the river. The river's now moving about 6,400 cubic feet per second and will be at 6,600 CFS by tomorrow afternoon. We are verging on a flood stage, which is 7,000 CFS. Crews are making room in the reservoir for the melting snow and recent rains. River managers warn you to pay close attention. Erosion can weaken riverbanks along the Greenbelt, and low-lying areas in Eagle and Boise are already underwater.
Now, Chief Meteorologist Scott Dorval with the On Your Side forecast.
Good evening, everybody. It is your early evening update, and temperatures only getting to 56 to 60 degrees today. So on the chilly side, 36 for a high temperature in Stanley. We've had some snow showers in the mountains, and the Central Mountains, where you see this blue here, that's where the cool air is, but these blue locations will likely get some snow showers tomorrow, and even some accumulating snow maybe around the Stanley area. Here's that forecast coming up for the day tomorrow for Boise. One difference, it will stay cool. We'll have frost in the morning. We had it in some places, and with light wind, but the wind is going to increase. We'll have some gusty breezes. It will be a chilly afternoon because of those the combination of the wind and those temperatures. Another frosty morning on Wednesday, but then the wind settles down for a delightful Wednesday afternoon, and then delightful on Thursday, and warming up for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, getting up to 77 degrees. Pretty big change coming on in. We're talking about some pretty warm temperatures. It does look like we could cool down a little bit after that, but really the perfect timing there as you go over the weekend. Frost and freeze forecast, here it is. The next 2 mornings, frost is likely Tuesday and Wednesday for the Treasure Valley, and then by Thursday and Friday, things are warming right back up, and we should be just fine. But you look at that 10-day temperature trend, there we are, heading back up into the 70s, and then maybe dropping down to near 70. Some real nice weather ahead. Nothing really extreme. Getting above 80 in the Treasure Valley really accelerates the snow melt, but we haven't had a lot of moisture falling, which has been good news for the second half of April because it was so wet early on. That's why we're going to be up near flood stage. In fact, the Boise River could go as high as 6,900 CFS. We'll have to see. Forecast looks like it may have changed. 7,000 is flood stage. It may be as high as 6,900 by tomorrow afternoon or the next day. Something I'll keep an eye on for you here. So breezy and chilly tomorrow. There's your snow in the Central Mountains, but after that, it gets nice again. 77 degrees by the coming weekend, but only 57 tomorrow. That's your evening update. I'll have more updates right here later tonight.